Всем привет, друзья! С вами канал Calp and Souls на Твиче. Герасим Алексей и Tainted Grail Fail of Avalon. Посмотрим, как это все будет работать сегодня у нас. Короче, походу я выставил высокие настройки стрима, а вместе с OBS это работает очень так себе. Лагает, короче. Возможно, из-за этого у меня были лаги и в ханте. Потому что, в принципе, сегодня отыграл одну карточку, и вроде как лагов было меньше, я даже кого-то убил. Видите, не ожидал. Ну ладно. Не суть, да. В принципе, не суть. Мы приперлись куда-то в новое место. Наша свита из нежити. Вот наш, собственно, как говорится, ящик. Здесь все наше снаряжение. Меч отправлен на рыцаря. Он увеличивает шанс крита. Большой лук на плюс 4 у нас еще есть с вами. Да, почему он у нас не в слоте? Это вопрос. Давайте поставим. Почему у меня стоят необычные стрелы? На самом деле, вроде как в рюкзаке у нас есть вещи, которые посильнее. Давайте отсортируем. У нас все одноручное. Этот топор считается самым мощным. Ну, кстати говоря, неплохой топор. Только 3 восприятия надо еще вкачать. Неплохая тоже была. По поводу оружия. Топор горд на плюс 3. Больше урона наносит. Большой бац. Ну смотрите, здесь нам не хватает 3 практичности для этого меча. И может быть урон у него будет выше значительно. Самое крутое это вот этот молот. Опьянение. Глушение с шансом 20%. Угу. Но это глушать на 15%, а это на 20%. Ну, он, зараза, тяжелый. 8,6 килограмм он весит. Вот этот, кстати, меч, он весит меньше. Угу. Интересный меч. Расход 2% в секунду, но при этом похищение ЛЗ увеличивается на 3%. Своеобразная пушка. Вот этот, конечно, вкачанный молоток. Неплохой-то, конечно. Ну, пока что, видимо, останемся при этом двуручнике. Ну и посмотрим заодно на луки, которые у нас есть. можем взять вот большой лук грома. Да, давайте. Возьмем лук грома. И сюда его поставим. Выглядит прикольно. Да, немножко маны тратить. Ну, в принципе, чего бы нет. Броньки лишней у нас нет. Все в инвентарь идет. Все ингредиенты можно... Можно было бы как-нибудь быстро все переместить, вообще было бы идеально. Ну, короче, я основательно освободил инвентарь.
Always a pleasure to see you. Hello there. Looking for solid of... Ah, but where are my manners? I'm Alwyn. And you, my dear stranger, look like you are in dire need of a resupply. Well, the men here doesn't seem to be on the verge of dying anymore, and with the Camelosians around, business is booming. The longer they stick around with nothing to spend their coin on but our stalls, the better for us. It's a bit of a shame I'll have to delay visiting my brother at the Horns of the South, but he'll understand. He always says he can't leave his stall for even a single day.
В принципе-то мне больше...
I wasn't expecting company.
Always a pleasure to see you. Welcome! I haven't seen you around before. But since you decided to... One day, a friend of mine asked me if her new dress looked good, and I told her, she was tickled pink, and said, "Oh, do you really think so?" And I said, "Ha, now, let's get down to business. My name is Osmond. If you... No. Good advice is always handy, especially when it comes from someone experienced. And believe me, when it comes to archery, I'm not just an expert, I'm beyond that. In fact, I'd be surprised if you found anyone on Avalon who knows more about it than I do. Well, find me someone else who's been doing this for over 40 years. Every aspect of it. Back in '84, I was chosen to represent Connacht in the team archery tournament. And I wasn't even a lick over 18 back then. During one round, we were shooting at targets 100 meters away. The target was the size of a small apple and the wind was blowing from the left. So, I took aim and wham! Right in the middle. Even the captain of the Camelot team jumped up and asked, "Have you got any more like this one? Maybe the boy would rather shoot for us." If you were older, you surely would have heard of me. I could have been the first of Avalon's archers. They almost knighted me. But as it happened, I joined the watch, got married, and... well, that was that. Hey, if only I'd had the common sense back then that I have now. About Connacht, what do you want to know? There's not much to say. They told us the men here's gone out, and now they want to move us along with it, but the way they're handling it, they've been here for weeks. If I were in charge of the Camelot troops, we'd have been done in 3 days. He's a good man, but that woman of his, oh, mother preserve me. She once set herself on fire along with half the mansion. Yvain nearly lost his life trying to save her. Honestly, I'd have just let her burn. She wants to go up in smoke, be my guest. It's a shame about the mansion, though. I was born here, and I've been shooting a bow ever since I was a wee lad. Even as a nipper, I had better aim than boys 5 years older than me. Around 81 or 82, I remember being allowed to practice with the adults, even though I was only 14 or so. One time, our master, we called him Uncle, gathered us in a meadow. He said, "Lads, we're gonna have a contest. Whoever shoots the farthest gets a honeyed apple and a beer from me." They were shooting and shooting, but I just took one glance, aimed, and whoosh. My arrow flew half again as far as their farthest shot. 300 meters, easily. So they turned to me and went, "Come on, Osmond, we can't compete with you. You always win." Osmond, you always win. That's what they said. I could have joined Camelot's army. With my aim, they would have made me one of the royal archers. But leaving was tough, especially since the girls here love to watch me shoot. They'd squeal with delight every time. And in Camelot, during a war, who knows what might have happened, so I decided to stay in Connacht and join the Watch. In the Watch, I taught others to shoot. Some of them loved those lessons so much they kept practicing even after sunset. So I'd ask them, "What are you doing here? You can't even see the target." And they'd reply, "Oh, but the lessons with you are just too short, and we're really excited about archery." I kept participating in tournaments. People often bet against me, claiming I couldn't hit a bird in flight or a birch as thin as 2 fingers. I usually came out on top, earning a decent amount of money. But somehow it all just vanished over time. Then I quit the Watch and began trading in top quality bows and arrows. That's all there is to know about me. Oh, and I have an adult daughter, but I'm not sure if she's still around. She left Connacht and we lost touch.
Мгм.
Gossip is for women and innkeepers. You should see Morag for that. She's both. She's a good one. About 3 years ago, I helped her fix her roof because her husband had died, and there was no one else to do it. She still mentions it. Osmond, you fixed that roof better than any roofer could. She tells me that every time she sees me. As it happens, there's something you can do for me. I've written a letter to Lord Yvain, a few suggestions on how, in my view, he ought to handle this whole business with Camelot. Figured he could use a bit of advice from someone with strategic sense, a head for negotiation, and a touch of military experience. Would you take it to him? You've got younger legs, and I'd rather not leave my stall unattended. I'll give you a few coins for your trouble.
Ну окей.
Brilliant! Here you go. Just don't lose it. I've only got the one copy, and I've no mind to write it all out again. Hello. Coming back.
Ну и что у тебя есть? Ну окей.
Leave it already, and we were.
Nice to see you.
How can I help? Oh no. Are you one of those people obsessed with my son? I'm sorry, but we don't accept visitors. Goodbye. That's exactly what I was afraid of. Goodbye. Dangerous? Those almanacs he writes about armor? Are we talking about the same books? Wait, I never thought. I mean, I knew Arden's books were out there, but I always figured they were just collecting dust in some forgotten corner. Who in their right mind would use those to make actual armor? By the gods, he's not an armorer. He's just a boy with his nose in a book. Now that you say it, I suppose I should have known. When those merchants from Timberwall came asking for more of Arden's work, I should have realized something was off. They weren't just interested in making a few copies. Oh, Mother, help me. I let it happen. I just wanted him to feel, I don't know, recognized. I never stopped to think how serious it might all become, that someone would actually try to make armor based on his advice. I should have thought of it then, should have seen the risk, but no. I just thought it'd be a little bit of coin, a bit of pride for Arden. Now look at the mess I've caused. Go inside. Speak with my son if you want. I'd be grateful if you could try to explain this to him.
My father let you in? He never lets anyone through. I don't get visitors. Ever. You must be important. What could you possibly want with me? The Knights of the Round Table. I used to read all about their adventures, and I'd always get stuck on the paths when they described armor. What type of steel was it? What kind of joints did it use? How did it move with the body? I needed to know how all the pieces fit together. Knights are impressive, yes, but what really caught my interest was how their armor worked. It's not just about charging into battle like people think. There's a logic to it. A system. I suppose the stories of adventure and heroism are part of it too. But armor. A knight can't fight if his armor doesn't fit exactly right. And there's something satisfying about that kind of precision. That doesn't make any sense to me. I just write about armor smithing. I mean, I know my books are out there, but they're not special. They're just descriptions, really. I don't see why anyone would care that much. That's surprising. It's not like I'm telling tales of great heroes or battles. I just write what I see, what I think about the craft. I don't understand why people would admire me for that. I'm not even a real armorer. It's not like I'm some master craftsman people should look up to. I thought I was making it clear how beautiful the process is. It's just how the words come out when I write. I didn't think it mattered all that much, as long as the ideas were clear. Dangerous? How could writing about armorsmithing be dangerous? I don't understand. I'm not telling anyone to go into battle with the things I make. I'm just documenting the process, the way I see it, the way I learn. It's no different than a chronicler writing about wars or knights. Their words don't cause harm. My books, they're meant to show how beautiful armorsmithing is. I love the craft, the intricacies, the details. Why should that be dangerous? But that doesn't make sense. Why would they trust me more than actual armorers? I'm just someone who loves writing about the craft. Why would anyone take my words over the words of someone who's been working metal their whole life? I thought they'd see it for what it is. Just the way I understand things. It's not meant to replace real experience. I'm perplexed. How could anyone think that? But I never said I was a master. Just because my books are printed doesn't make me an expert. I'm clearly still figuring things out. It doesn't make sense to put so much faith in someone who's still learning. They should know better. I hear what you say, but it doesn't seem fair. I didn't want any of this. I didn't ask for people to treat my books like they're the law. I just wanted to share my ideas. If I stop now, then what was the point of everything I've done? That would be practical. If I just say up front that it's not finished, people won't make the mistake of thinking it's expert advice. Yes, that might solve the problem. I can still write what I want, and they'll have no reason to misinterpret it. Please, tell my father to contact my publisher. I'm too busy right now to talk to him, and later I might forget. What do you prefer? Lamella armor or plate armor?
So, did you find what you were looking for? He sure is. As skilled as any four-dweller, ambitious as a knight of the Round Table. Only shame is, he can't seem to leave that cursed basement. You can see for yourself, he doesn't handle, well, people too easily. Sometimes I wonder if I did something wrong. The boy never looks anyone in the eye. He only lives for those armors of his, and he'd eat nothing but that cursed fish soup if he could. But his mother, may the All-Mother shine upon her soul, she always said that's what makes him unique, and that it's our duty to love him as he is. So I love him, and I support him with all my heart, but I'd rather not think about what'll happen to him once I'm gone. Arden, in the service of the Horns of the South? I can't see it. Although, if they'd let him have a forge and a mentor, without making him fight or bond with others, who knows? That's something to think about. Thank you for caring this much. That could be a solution. Thank you for talking to him. There are days he doesn't say a single word to his own father. I have to slip messages between little facts about armor. It can be exhausting sometimes. You doing okay?
the less attention. Ah, there you are. What news do you bring to the court today? Farewell.
Do you need something? Does it now? Very well. Tell Osman that... what shall we tell him? That I thank him for his concern, and that I will take his advice under consideration. I know. I already asked Ansem to tell her to wait. But Morag's a stubborn one. Honestly, what does she expect me to do? I'm not about to argue the legate over one inn. Not when there are far more pressing matters at hand. I don't doubt that. But Kunart is in a precarious position. I wouldn't be surprised if Denholm shuts the inn down out of fear of rebellion. And I'm hardly in a position to challenge his decision. We all have to endure these inconveniences a little longer. Well, surely she's been given some sort of compensation, hasn't she? You're the one who spoke with her. I don't have my records on hand to check. Besides, it was Denholm's call. If anything, it's Camelot that owes her restitution.
I should stay out of trouble. Just passing through? Good.
This is my shield, but there's no part of my soul inside. We need to look somewhere else. But I can feel the missing part. Close. Maybe it's the men here. Maybe it needs something from us.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Hello again. What do you need today? Oh, how did it go? Did he read it? What did he say? Ha! You see? I always say when someone speaks sense, even a lord perks up his ears. Good work. Here's the payment I promised.
there.
I swear, just a moment longer and I'll go knock some sense into that madman myself. Some lunatic. He's been going on about a giant crow flying over Connacht, claiming he's going to slay it. Sure. He was standing in the middle of the square, chucking stones at the sky and shouting that he'd chop its head off. When we tried to calm him down, he started flailing and screaming, "The beast! The beast!" So we locked him up. He could have hurt someone. And now he keeps yelling to let him out. I can't take it anymore, I swear. By the All-Mother, another madman. Please, don't do anything that would make me lock you up in a cell. One lunatic a day is enough. Hmm? So, you're looking for the children. That means one of two things. You want in, or you're in the way. Which is it? See, that's the wrong answer. If you knew the words, you wouldn't need to ask. Means someone's feeding them to you, using you to clear the board. And that ends with your death.
Давай.
Great heavens! It's you! Fate has brought us together once more, friend. What luck! 100-fold luck! Do you remember me? I'm Barak, the Cursed Knight. Well, not so cursed anymore, thanks to you. Of course, one does not forget a friend, after all. You must help me once more. These fools have locked me in a cell. They refuse to believe the beast is a danger to them. I just wanted to slay it, for I fear nothing anymore. A giant crow, harbinger of doom, a keeper of misfortune. I wouldn't be surprised if the very existence of that monster is why the people of Connacht are faring so poorly. Just as I was cursed once, they might be cursed as well. Ha! So I wasn't wrong. I'm not insane. You know what I'm talking about. If they don't want to help, I won't interfere. Just help me get out of here. I'll leave Connacht and let those folks fend for themselves. Maybe it shouldn't bother me so much. I promise I'll behave. Maybe yelling in the square and throwing stones was a bit too much. After everything I've been through, I don't want to die in a cell. You can't imagine how my heart rejoices that you didn't leave me here. So?
Didn't think anyone would stop by. Didn't think anyone would stop by.
Мгм.
Ah, here's our troublemaker. You've really caused a stir around here with that spectacle in front of the Menhir. I had everything in order. The cart was ready, and people were all set to move to Camelot. But now, you appear out of nowhere, and suddenly a dying pile of stones lights up like a bonfire. That's bad. That's very bad. Firstly, because now I have to write yet another report to Camelot that we're going to be late, and that they need to send us even more supplies. Secondly, you've somehow reignited the Menhir, and this has reignited people's hopes that they can stay. And that's dangerous. And before you ask why it's dangerous, take a look around town. The recent Red Death outbreak took its toll, and I'm pretty sure things are just going to get worse and worse. But you should be thankful to them. Their hopes are the only reason we haven't locked you up for sabotaging our initiative. You can go tell Murig that your presence doesn't change anything about our deal, and that you are unwilling to help with his endeavors, whatever they may be. And if he doesn't listen, play along, but come back to me when you learn what he has planned. Oh yes, this again. You can tell her that if this matter is raised one more time, she will owe restitution to Camelot for each life lost to the Red Death in the region. That's my final word on this matter. Isn't it obvious? For the safety of all the residents of Avalon. Only by gathering the Menhirs in one place and reigniting them will we be able to keep ourselves safe from the weirdness. Avalon's population has significantly declined over recent years. We're on the brink of extinction, damn it. That's why we need to stick together, to take care of each other. Only Camelot possesses the necessary infrastructure to establish the right conditions for its people. If they remain here, they will die, either from the weirdness itself or from the horde of monsters it spawns. And there aren't enough soldiers here for their protection. You must know that I didn't come here just to obey orders. I truly believe that this is the only way to save everyone on Avalon.
Ладно.
Then at the very least, we'll have bought some time for those wiser than us to think of an alternative solution. Perhaps we will invade Tuathon, like in the glorious old days. Or perhaps someone will find a way to free the derelict fleet, allowing us return to the homelands. I don't know. But there's one thing I'm certain of, and I'll repeat it as often as necessary. Only by standing together can we overcome the weirdness. Scattering our people across the island is the worst solution, and it's a sure path to our ruin. I'll await your return.
Короче, как обычно, набрал заданий. Ну, меня рубит, поэтому пошел спать. Я с удовольствием, конечно, поиграл бы. Но у меня глаза закрываются. Поэтому увидимся в следующий раз. Всем пока.